Good morning, traders. It's Peter Thompson, Senior Mentor of 1 Billion Signal, sponsored by Merit Forex. It's Monday, and I really hope you had a great weekend because we are starting very exciting week full of economic events. It's gonna be amazing. We have Federal Reserve interest rate decision. The big question, of course, is it finally time for tapering? The Federal Reserve is about to say this Wednesday. They've been talking about it for quite some time. Quickly to remind you, what does that mean? Tapering is when the Federal Reserve cut the government bond purchases issued by the Treasury, in United States. A very big event. Powell a couple of times mentioned that they are not going necessarily increase the interest rates right after that. Most probably they're gonna keep it until they see the unemployment rate goes down and the CPI, the inflation, also goes down. So this is most probably going to happen 2022, middle of 2022, eventually end of 2022 is going to be pretty interesting. So let's get started. What we got on the calendar, the week is starting slow, but the best is yet to come. As we already mentioned, Monday we have ISM Manufacturing PMI 3 p.m. GMT time, and that's pretty much about Monday. Tuesday, interest rate decision in Australia early morning at 3:30 a.m. GMT, followed by the employment change 9:45 p.m. GMT time for New Zealand, and that's it for Tuesday. Wednesday. All right, now we start. Composite PMI Services PMI 9:30 a.m. GMT in the morning. ECB President Lagarde speech 10:15. Nothing super volatile so far, and 12:15. GMT, of course. ADP NFP report is the NFP week, first Friday of the month, but we talk about Wednesday right now. The preliminary report. Crude oil inventory is 2:30 p.m. Crude oil is still pushing up, which is very surprising. ISM non-manufacturing PMI for US 3 p.m. GMT. Interest rate decision 6 p.m. GMT, and most probably, of course, Fed is going to keep the interest rate the same. I'm gonna be super surprised to see the interest rate going up. And FOMC press conference 7:30 p.m. GMT. This is the event of the week, interest rate, and of course the FOMC press conference. They're going to say they're going to give more info about the interest rate hikes, about the tapering, and etc. for sure. Thursday, we have interest rate decision, Bank of England, 12 GMT, initial jobless claims 12:34 US. Again, President Lagarde is going to give a speech. ECB President Lagarde 1 p.m. Governor Bailey is going to give a speech. Bank of England 2:15, quarter after 2 p.m. And our lovely first Friday NFP unemployment rate 12:30 GMT, employment change in Canada 12:30 and 2 p.m. in Canada IBPMI. Whoa, all right, it's gonna be definitely exciting week. We're gonna check the charts right now. Remember, we definitely expect slightly slow start of the week, but definitely this is going to be compensated on Wednesday. And this is what we see in front of us on the charts. Euro US dollar, very good push to the upside on Thursday. This is Thursday, the green bar 100 pips, 110 pips to the upside, quite expected. But right after that, on the next day, we've seen back push to the downside of the euro, 150 pips drop. This is simply happening because the institutional traders are readjusting their portfolio. Such a movement before the interest rate in US is very pretty likely, and it's normal to see the markets going up and down so quickly. But definitely I'm remaining bearish on the US dollar and bullish on the majors, specifically the Euro US dollar, GBP Australia, New Zealand, simply because it's still not in the plan of the Federal Reserve to start interest rate hikes. The tapering is going to help the dollar to gain some strength, but definitely more important is the interest rate. So considering what the Federal Reserve Chairman Powell says, this is not going to happen this year, so we definitely expect weakness of the US dollar in the upcoming months. Euro US dollar, we see here staying almost on the support level 1.1561. I'm waiting right now to see what the euro has to do, and definitely I'm going to take an action towards it. GBP US, quick reminder, we have interest rate decision on Thursday for the Great British Pound, Bank of England, and what we see in the charts, 1.3685 current price, staying right below the resistance 1.37, and from here let's see what the GBP has to do. This is mostly caused by the US dollar. This drop on the GBP, not because of the weakness of the Great British Pound. 130 pips drop on Friday, but still nothing super scary. Australian US, we have Australian almost tested the resistance 0.7563, pretty logical, I would say. Slight correction to the downside is absolutely possible, then push to the upside. This is the scenario for the Australian dollar USD. I would wait because anyway we're in the middle of nowhere. This we could consider as a good resistance. Good support, sorry. I'm going to move this support level to a new one, 0.7479. It's definitely level that you have to watch closely. New Zealand US, pretty crazy the last 2 weeks, I would say. As you can see, almost on a daily basis, going up and down. 0.7181 is the current price of the New Zealand US. Nothing much is happening here. We have pretty similar price action after push up, big push up, and after that the price is just trying to find direction. So drop to the downside, it is possible, so careful by taking the buy trades of the New Zealand USD. USD Canadian, very similar to the New Zealand US, not surprised. Anyway, people waiting for the Federal Reserve interest rate on Wednesday and the press conference. That's why the dollar right now, it's about the dollar, guys. It's the whole focus is on the dollar. It's trying to find direction. It's going like pretty big, pretty uncertain. And in the upcoming days, I'm gonna wait for the USD Canadian to see which direction is gonna take. Test of the resistance 1.2466 is definitely gonna catch my attention. And our lovely crude oil tried to push down $3.8 per barrel for 2 days. I wouldn't consider that as a big correction. I want to see something bigger. That's why I'm hunting for good short trades, guys. This is dangerous trade to short the crude oil, bear in mind, but still could be very profitable. We caught it already when the crude started going here down. It was quite predictable, and in my opinion, still the demand is not very high. The winter is coming, so crude push to the upside is caused by the inflation, guys. It's not because of the strength of the crude oil, in my opinion. So that's why I think the fair price of crude is definitely not $83. USD Swiss, on the other side, our lovely Swiss franc is going in a downtrend. A couple of very nice corrections here, and not the biggest one, but of course a very nice one to trigger an entry. 0.9160 is the current price of USD Swiss. Is still pushing down. If you zoom out quickly, you're gonna see the USD Swiss is in a very strong downtrend, so pretty logical direction is definitely bearish. USD Swiss is just gonna be very nice one for short trades. USD Japan on the other side, completely ignoring what's going on the on the financial market, especially the forex market, is just pushing up and up and up. And this is of course combined with the strength of the US dollar, but most likely is because of the weakness of the Japanese yen. Is just pushing up like crazy, 550 from the bottom pips. And if you zoom out, you're gonna see that the Japanese yen is having this behavior. For example, here slight correction, quick push to the upside. So here as well, that's pretty normal for Japanese yen, but still considering what's going on with the US dollar, I don't think this is logical. So that's why I'm very careful when I'm trading USD Japanese yen. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Really hope you enjoyed this video. Of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel, share us and like us on the social medias. Don't forget that this is how you support our channel. If you have any questions, you know how to get back to me. Have fun, enjoy, and have a very profitable week. Bye bye.